And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway as we get ready for the running of the Fandango 200. Seth Cole joined by our first co-commentator of the season, Michael Norman. Michael, how you doing?
Da 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 da.
Yes, and as you saw at the beginning, Michael Norman, he is still Fandangoing here in the booth, and I have a feeling he's going to Fandango through this whole race.
Just about, Fandango, pretty good. Anyways, how you doing, Seth? It's awesome to be up here.
It's great to have you here, first commentator of the season, and what do you think? We're at Darlington. It's a track with a lot of unknowns. Drivers possibly going to get their Darlington stripe. What do you think is going to happen today?
Well, it's all going to come down to the truck that has the best setup, the best driver, and who believes in the hardest that they can tame this track that they call Too Tough to Tame.
Well, on the pole for this race is Trent Dunham, and maybe with Trent starting on the pole for the Fandango 200, it may convince him to actually do the Fandango. But he is alongside of Margaret Mason. Then it's Seth Cole and Ron Vajara Jr. Basically, if you take a look at the top four, it's drivers that really are struggling in the standings. Is Darlington a track that you can utilize to turn your season around?
Well, it all depends on where you start. There's tracks where if you start in the back, you'll stay in the back. There's tracks where if you start in the front, you'll stay in the front. And I see Darlington more like a track where you can start at the front and fall into the back. And then if you start in the back, you can work your way up. It's all going to come down to maybe pit strategy and just all-around luck here in the Lady in Black.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if pit strategy does come into play. 19 laps at this track, but when I was running testing here, it really surprised me how long it takes them to get around this track. So there may be a question of fuel mileage in today's race. Coming into today's race, Adam Chambers is still the current points leader. He's trying to make a historical feat and make his 5th straight Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship, but a guy who's starting to cut into his points lead now, second in points, Dylan Poteet. He's only 23 points back, and then only 28 points back is Sean Henley. Darlington is a game changer, no doubt about it. We're going to get these cars rolling off, and as they do, we will show you the starting lineup. For copyright purposes, I will not be playing the Fandango theme song for the starting lineup, but I know for a fact that during the course of this race, you'll get to hear it many times over from our co-commentator, Michael Norman. So, without further ado, here's your starting lineup for today's race. Getting ready to go under the green flag. Trent Dunham trying to pick up his first Truck Series win of the season. Starting in probably one of the best starting spots here at Darlington. Darlington's almost kind of like a short track. Not a lot of room for passing, so probably starting up front is a good thing for the driver of the one. There we go. Green flag is out. We're underway here in the Fandango 200. Now, it looks like the inside line's getting a bit of a run here with Trent Dunham, but I don't know. We may see the outside line come to life here at some point, as Dunham will block both lines and he'll take the top spot. But right now, I think it's showing early on that the inside line is the way to go, Michael.
No, sorry. Yeah, the inside line is what gives most advantages in most of these tracks.
Trent Dunham, he just used the outside line to be able to block Seth Cole. It allowed him to keep the lead, and oh boy, they're awfully close off that corner. Well, he's drivers going to have to be careful getting into the left rear of each other because that could really cause problems. Get a truck turned around. And oh, the caution's out for the first time today.
Oh boy, I wonder what the see this is all about.
Trent Dunham's going to lead them to the line. He just barely beat out Seth Cole. And oh, wow, there's a pile up here. I think that's in turn 4. Colin Welty, Hayden Klein, Ryan Acosta. They're kind of, looks like they're caught in the apron. Richard Johnson. Oh, the points leader, Adam Chambers, was in it.
Not what Adam Chambers wanted, I can tell you that for sure.
Not at all, and James McLeod got caught up in it too. Second straight week, he's hit trouble. There's Andrew Gonzalez, he may have been involved. But there is the biggest hit right there. Adam Chambers, the points leader. Boy, he was doing a great job overcoming adversity each week, but I think that car may be DNFing today, and that could blow the points wide open. Trent Dunham leads us under our first caution of the day, so we'll take a look at a replay. Here's a look at what happened to the points leader Adam Chambers. Looks like he just drives it too hard in the corner, and he's going to make contact with James McLeod. Your driver, Danica Shirley, just ahead of this. That was fortunate for her, but oh my goodness. Just squeezing each other.
Squeezing James McLeod into the wall and just...
Oh, and then McLeod gets airborne, and so does Chambers. Oh my goodness. Oh,
wow.
Oh, the points leader up on his roof. James McLeod up into the outside catch fence. And how some of these drivers got down to the bottom to avoid this, I don't know.
Luckily for James there, the back of his truck was in the catch fence and not anywhere around the cockpit area.
Yeah, that is good news. Oh man, I think Nicole Williams got pieces of both the upside down trucks, Chambers and McLeod, and Adam Chambers spinning like a top there. He may be trying to put on some Fandango moves right there.
Yep. If the side of his truck were going up and down, that would have been a Fandango, but he's trying nonetheless, just like James McLeod.
Well, they kind of did do up and down. McLeod and Chambers went up, and then they came down, but not in the Fandango style. But both trucks end up upside down here. Several others involved, and 2 drivers who come in the top 10 in points are involved.
Although I feel like James McLeod was humming the Fandango music.
He very well might have. You don't know, but maybe he's even doing it right now as he's upside down, the blood rushing to his head, waiting for emergency people to come and evacuate him out of his truck. But we're going to go back to green flag racing, and no doubt about it, the point standings after Darlington are going to be blown wide open, as we have 2 of our top 10 contenders involved in the first caution of the day. No pit stops.
Da 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 da.
And we're back with the Fandango. Trent Dunham leads us here on lap 6 of 19. We'll go back to green on lap 7. We do have some drivers back behind the wall, and nobody made pit stops during that caution. The drivers out are Andrew Gonzalez, James McLeod, Adam Chambers, Hayden Klein, and Richard Johnson. So the points leader is going to finish 40th here today. We'll go through the top 10, then we'll try and find the drivers that could possibly run down Chambers for the points lead here today if things go their way. Dunham is still the leader, Seth Cole second, Dom Capps currently the highest running rookie in third, Kyle Sosnowski fourth, Bob Jones, last week's winner, is in fifth, Sky Commons is in sixth, Margaret Mason seventh, eighth is Maggie Vedaravu, ninth Ramajara Jr., and Jacob Cook is going to complete the top 10. There's your driver, Michael, Danica Shirley. What advice did you give her coming into this race?
Well, I told her since this is the track too tough to tame, to try not to overdrive the corners and just to take it as easy as possible. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Now, Danica came on strong at the beginning of the season, but her finishes haven't exactly been up to that standard in the last few weeks. However, she still is 10th in points, so right now running very well in 13th. Are you seeing Danica as possibly already aiming for the chase?
Yes, I very do. I have very high hopes for her. She just had some rookie jitters at the beginning of the season after winning a race and leading the points. But I honestly think that she'll get over that and she'll start fandangoing and get up to the front.
Alright, maybe the Fandango's the way to go, as Trent Dunham's going to take the top spot heading into turn number 1. And now with a single file restart, we can only hope that maybe we'll get some green flag laps in, because You know, they hopefully won't form up 3 and 4 wide again here anytime soon. Maybe we'll get a few green flag laps of good hard racing in. Looks like the battle's already on for the lead. Seth Cole's going to dive it down to the inside.
Seth Cole's going to Fandango himself right around Trent Dunham on that inside line.
Dunham, I think, actually did battle back on the high side. Yes, he did by a splitter. Dunham still led that lap. Now Seth Cole will clear Trent Dunham, and here comes Kyle Sosnowski. Now, Sosnowski, last season, just barely missed out making the Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship. This season, he's mired down 25th in points, but Sosnowski's been up at the front a lot of times here in the past 2 seasons, has never yet won an Oreo Truck Series event. Could today be the day for the 7? Former winner there, Sky Commons, rookie this season, won at Atlanta a few weeks ago. Looking for his 2nd win of the season. There's Dom Capps, Maggie Vadarvu, and then there's a big battle back here with your driver right in the middle of it with Felix Harris and Rod Houston. A lot of rookies right here at the back around the 8th position.
All these rookies want to show that they can prove their dominance here.
Rod Houston, he won at Bristol. I saw Bob Jones back there. He won last week. And then you got Danica Shirley, of course, who won at Phoenix. As back up at the front, Seth Cole's about to have some company. Kyle Sosnowski and Sky Commons, they're about to run down the Geico Toyota. Let's look further back. We didn't find those drivers that have an opportunity to run down the DNF'd Adam Chambers for the points lead. One of them is Dylan Poteet right there, right behind 2-time winner of the season, Sean Galligan. Poteet's in 13th place. He's been being really consistent, and right now, he would be the current points leader.
I'm sure Poteet's crew chief is telling him to just ride.
Dylan Poteet, the only Turner Motorsports Chevrolet in this field, and wanted to move into that ride. It's been paying dividends for him. He won at Kansas earlier on this season, and he's got an opportunity to take the points lead. And the other driver that has an opportunity today would be Sean Henley, but he's mired way back here in the 24th position in a real mess back here with Eric Burton, Carter Keselowski, Dylan Young and company. But Sean Henley, he's trying to make his 2nd straight Truck Series chase for the championship, and right now, he's just got to get back down to that low line as he's stuck in the outside line, which is not the quick way to the front.
Nope, not at all. You don't want to be on that inside line. Inside line is the way to go.
Take a quick look, too, at Matthew Rodriguez. Well, he's starting to actually work his way up to the front. He's working his way by the slower Ryan Acosta machine, who's seemingly holding up some drivers there. Commons, Sosnowski, and Tanker got held up, but Matt Rod has been able to work his way up into the top 15. 2 straight weeks, 2 straight DNFs. In a matter of 3 weeks, he went from being the points leader to down to 4th in standings. Now, Michael, you've been in this situation, too. You ended up pretty much dominating a lot of races last season. You come in this season struggling in the Snickers Cup Series. How do you get yourself back on track?
You just start taking the races one at a time. Attack one and not worry about the other until it's that time. You calm down, try not to get upset, and you just go at it. You just try everything you can. Get everything out of your car that you can get.
Seth Cole, the leader, and it's a 2-truck breakaway right now between Seth Cole and Maggie Vadarvu. Now, Seth Cole finished runner-up to Sean Galligan a few weeks ago at Talladega. Maggie Vadarvu, this is only her 3rd career start. This could be big for her if she could win here today. Almost kind of pull off a Dylan Young from Season 3. Or actually, I'm sorry, that would be from Season 2, and Maggie Vadarvu just blew by Seth Cole. I think Seth Cole may have, I don't know, something's amiss on that 13. He just lost the lead like that.
Seth probably said, there's no use in fighting it. She has the fastest truck, and even if I would have blocked, she would have moved me out of the way, so Seth just let her go.
Maggie Vadarvu coming into only her 3rd start, replacing Rohit Vadarvu, who actually was the Oreo Truck Series Rookie of the Year last season. And Maggie, right now, she could definitely make a name for herself in the Truck Series for the rest of the season if she could win here today, let alone clinching herself a spot in the Oreo Truck Series All-Star race for Season 5. This could be big for her, but Seth Cole is starting to reel her back in. They will hit the stripe. There'll be 2 laps to go. It looks like we're going to have only a 2-truck fight for the win.
That's quite odd. Maybe if we're lucky, this can turn out like 03 Darlington.
It very well could. The Kurt Busch Ricky Craven feud could come here in the Truck Series. As Maggie Darbu, the gap now only a car length and a half between herself and Seth Cole. She's coming through turns 3 and 4. It's got to be awfully unnerving having a veteran like Seth Cole right in your rearview mirrors. Here we go. White flag in the air. It's going to be 2 trucks to settle it. Can Maggie Darbu hold on for her first career Truck Series victory?
But it's going to have to see who's going to be doing the Fandango in victory lane.
Oh, look at the run Seth Cole got right there. Only half a car length back now. Within striking distance down the back straightaway. Will he make a move here in turns 3 and 4? He's looking, but I don't think he's able to get to the inside. I think Maggie Darbu's got him. In only her 3rd career Truck Series start, Maggie Darbu wins by just about 1 truck length over Seth Cole.
Congratulations to Maggie Darbu. Looks like she's going to be the one doing the Fandango in victory lane.
No doubt about it, and I think that's going to be a wild Fandango as well because, man, to come in only 3 races in, you know something about that, Michael. You ended up coming in only your 2nd Mobile and Cup Series start. You ended up winning there. You ended up winning, I think it was in only your 3rd Snickers Cup Series start, so you know something about this, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe your Truck Series win last season came in that 09.
Yes, it did. It came at Daytona in the 09, and I won in my first start in Mobile.
That's right, you did. So, you know, what's going through Maggie Darbu's mind right now? Because you've been there, done that.
Just the biggest OMG with a lot of exclamation points right now.
Wow. Rohit
If I look
Vidarbu's got to
down,
be pretty pleased, too, that he put Maggie Darbu in as a replacement here, because what an
if you
unbelievable
can see,
performance.
If you can see the crew, looks like even the crew's Fandangoing right now.
I think they are. Standing up there on the pit wall doing the Fandango. And I think they're going to be Fandangoing in victory lane, too. Wow. I think I actually see some guys up in the stands doing the Fandango. I think everybody on the front straightaway is doing it.
Yep, the loudspeaker I can hear is just starting to play the Fandango music.
Somebody get some cameras there on our front straightaway crowd. My goodness. You see people do the wave at sporting events, but it's got nothing on this. The whole sea of the front straightaway crowd doing the Fandango as Maggie Darbu wins here today. Let's take a look, as always, at our top 10 finishers. Maggie Darbu wins. Seth Cole going to come away with 2nd. Rod Houston, nice run for him in 3rd. Margaret Mason, didn't talk about her all day. She gets 4th. Sean Galligan, 2-time winner this season. And a guy who's moved himself up to 7th in points. He's going to finish in a top 5 today. I don't think we even talked about the Blue Deuce at all.
No, not really. It's Sean just eased his way through the field and came away with a nice top 5 finish.
How about your driver for Michael Norman Motorsports? 6th place for Danica Shirley here at Darlington. Nice run for her. That's going to probably keep her in the top 10 in points.
Yep, she brought home. We unloaded a very special car for her today. This is one of her favorite tracks, so we gave her a very special car.
And then there's Nick Eggleston. He's going to finish well. He'll finish in 7th, 8th on caps. Felix Harris, he'll stay the rookie points leader with a 9th place finish. And Trent Dunham, not bad after starting on the pole. He'll finish the day with a top 10 in the 10th position. So congratulations once again to Maggie Darbu on her win in only her 3rd Truck Series starts, her first career NNSCRA victory. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Also be sure to subscribe to McKinley Man 93, aka Michael Norman, who's got great gameplay videos over on his channel now, so I'll put the link to his channel in the description. Be sure to sub to him. Michael, thanks for joining me today.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And I got one thing to add.
Well, actually, before you add it, we're going to cap this off by saying you've been watching the production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing as best, because I want to do it with you.
Ready?
Ready.
Go. Da 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 da.
Bye, everybody.
Da 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 da. Fandango.